Hey y'all, welcome back. Question number 13. What is the difference between living on Pensacola Beach versus living inland? We get a lot of people who want to move here. Florida is a great place. I love it here. Everyone wants to move to Florida, right? You're tired of the cold, you're tired of the storms, the tornadoes, whatnot. Everyone says, I want to live as close to the beach as possible. I get that question all the time. Well, living as close to the beach as possible can be more expensive, obviously. If you're directly on the water, most expensive, right? If you're thinking Gulf Breeze, which is just right outside of Pensacola Beach, it's going to be a little bit more affordable, obviously, but you still have, houses that are kind of expensive. If you're looking for being as, affordable, living as close to the beach as possible, you're gonna have to have like that 25, maybe 20-minute commute just to get to the beach. I also think that sometimes people forget about the cost of living on the water. So I actually talked to a customer the other day, and he was saying he's lived, you know, Gulf Shores of Alabama, the Gulf Shores here. He's lived on the water almost his whole life, and he's like, every time I think about leaving the water, which is what he's trying to do right now, he goes, I just think about how I'm going to save $200,000 a year, which that's a big number for some people. So by the time he pays flood insurance, and then this is Florida, we are more than likely going to get a hurricane at some point in time if you live here. So you've got to be prepared to know, like, things are going to be, broken in a storm. You're going to have to fix it. You're going to have a leak. You're going to have this. So he's just, suggested he sets aside $200,000 so that he knows, like, anything that comes up, he's going to be completely fine taken care of. Obviously, if you live inland, you're going to have cheaper insurance. You're not necessarily going to be required to have flood insurance. Living on the beach, you're definitely going to need flood insurance, and the insurance will obviously be more expensive. I work with a lot of really great local insurance brokers. I'm happy to get quotes for clients because sometimes people, they try the big box companies, USAA, State Farm, things like that. Not necessarily the best options. We have some local folks in town that know exactly how this works around here, and I'm happy to pass them along as a resource. But definitely those are kind of the pros and cons as far as, insurance and cost of repairs when you talk about living on the beach versus living inland.